Have you ever heard the story of how Superman came to Earth from planet Krypton? Well, I think I've just found the capsule he arrived in. Welcome to another episode of Gordon Gear, the series where I spotlight gear that isn't just shiny, but actually useful. Stuff that I use, trust, and might even cuddle with on a long trip. Now, if you're a proud parent of a newborn, you probably want a stroller that ticks all the boxes, like it's safe, weather resistant, and probably something that doesn't make you look like you've given up on life. Well, guess what? The same logic applies to your precious guitar babies. And I found the perfect guitar stroller. It's this one, the Kapsule by Gruv. It's actually more than just a great case, and we'll come to that later. But what a magnificent piece of gear this is. I've got so many good things to say about this one, but instead of me just raving from the comfort here of my studio, I'm putting it to the test, alright? So I'm heading abroad, and you are coming with me. After that, we'll do a review and see if it really holds up under pressure. So, buckle up. So guys, I just landed here in sunny south of France with this thing, I guess. It looks like it should be stored next to Iron Man's suit, like if Batman and Samsonite had a baby. Anyway, the capsule here, this is not your average gig bag or hard case. It's what I would call a hybrid case, meaning it tries to take the best of both worlds. So the protection here is like a hard case, all right, but the portability is more like a gig bag. And then it adds some thoughtful, borderline futuristic design on top of that. I'm going to say this right now, if you roll into an airport with this thing, you will get looks, for sure. Not the looks of who's this weirdo with the guitar looks, more like, is that guy carrying a drone? Or a laser weapon, or maybe a guitar he built out of alien tech? So basically, points for style, definitely. Let's talk construction. The outer shell here is made of polycarbonate and ABS. That's the same stuff they use in motorcycle helmets, premium luggage, and possibly stormtrooper armor. I'm not sure there, but anyway, it offers excellent impact resistance without being too heavy. It's super durable, and it's lightweight as well. I can easily hold it up like this. And at the same time, it's strong enough to handle rough traveling. You know, airport belts, van floors, grumpy roadies, you name it. And I may have accidentally tipped mine off a baggage cart, and the guitar inside was totally fine. Zero damage, didn't even flinch. When you open up the case, you will see this shock-absorbing foam interior. And I just love the padding here. It's just not your standard padding. Your guitar is literally suspended. It's floating there in a kind of protective cradle. And it holds the neck and body perfectly in place. So that means no more rattling around while you're trying to sprint for a connected flight, like a rock star on a budget. And it will keep your guitar finish pristine. I can promise that. But when you feel it, it feels weirdly luxurious in some way. Your guitar is basically staying at a 5-star hotel. Now, if you travel a lot, or even just sometimes, which I do, this thing starts to shine. First up, the wheels. Yep, real, silent, rollerblade style wheels. Not the plastic toy wheels you find on cheap luggage. This is quality and will last for many years. We have a sprint here, you have to pull that one and install it with a simple and nice click. You can now easily pull it behind you like a suitcase, and it glides smoothly. No dragging, no tipping. We also have two handles, one on the back and one on this side here that feels very well built. So Besides from the straps here and the different handles we got, we also have this TSA approved lock. That means you don't need to fumble with tiny padlocks or zip ties. And when you need to go hands-free, like running through an airport or hiking to a gig venue that's just a short walk, read uphill in the rain, then we had these beautiful backpack straps, okay? They are surprisingly comfortable and well padded. Let's try it on. Now here's a geeky detail that I really love. This is a built-in mount for a humidifier pack. If you're traveling between humid and dry climates, that could be a game changer. You know, guitars, they can dry out, they can crack, they can warp, and this little detail shows Gruv Gear really understands their audience. And this Boveda humidity control is included in the pack. So your guitar can no longer complain about the weather if you often get stuck in discussions with the guitar. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk guitar fits. This case is designed for most standard guitars. But if you have a pointy metal guitar or a 7-string baritone with wings, you might want to double check the dimensions. I placed my guitar here from Anchor Guitars. It's a mid to big size guitar, an OM guitar, and you can see that it's still got room around it to fit bigger guitars. So for most players with kind of standard guitars, this case just works. Right behind the guitar neck, you can open up this area, and there you have some room for a tuner, maybe some cables, picks, and maybe a guitar pedal if you Tetris it right. And speaking of storage, let's go into the next part. So if you turn the page from this guitar area over now to the storage area, and this is what makes this thing so cool. This is so much more than just a guitar case. You have 4 different sizes here of storage, from the smallest and gradually increases down to this bigger one. Oh, plastic bag doesn't include in this. Anyway, this is just a perfect travel partner if you're riding for just a weekend or a week or so. You can basically fit everything in just one luggage. Perfect. I've taken the capsule on a trip. Now let's take a look at pros and cons. It holds up beautifully. Rain, absolutely no problem. The zippers here, they are weather resistant. It's sealed against light rain and splashes, but it's not submersible, okay? But definitely protective in unpredictable weather. Crowded airport, no problem. You can just roll it, maybe grab a handle if you want to, or put it in your back. It's very easy to handle in general. What happens if a random person bumps into it with a suitcase? Again, no problem. Your guitar doesn't feel a thing. Very robust and well-built thing here. I have so much more to say about the good sides, but anyway, let's be realistic and look at the downsides as well. It's not lightweight. I mean, around 12 or 13 pounds, I believe, empty. Then if you add a guitar and gear, yes, you will feel it. It's heavier than a gig bag, but still lighter than most flight cases. So if the weight is good or bad, I mean, it depends how you look at it. And it's also a little bit bulky for, everyday use. It's great for traveling. Less ideal for like regular rehearsals or trips to the local jam nights, where maybe a gig bag would do better. Finally, if you want to get really picky about it, it's not stackable. Because of the curve here and the shell and the design doesn't lie flat easily in a van or a storage area. And I could have picked a bigger Uber car from the airport to my apartment here. So this thing, it had to fit inside the car, not in the trunk. But that's just a detail. So some pluses and some minuses, but overall, just a wonderful case. So who is this capsule really made for? If you are a touring guitarist, if you're flying with your guitar, if you want maximum protection without a full flight case, or if you just want to feel cooler than everybody else at the gig, then yes, the capsule is a great investment. At around $350, it's not cheap, but think about what you're protecting. If your guitar is worth more than your rent, or if your guitar is just your best friend, then this case just makes sense. Alright guys, some final thoughts about the Gruv Gear capsule. It's one of the smartest pieces of gear I've come across in a long time. It just looks awesome, protects your instrument like a bodyguard, and it makes traveling just genuinely easier. Okay, it's not for everyone, but for the right player, it might be the last case you ever buy. And honestly, if my suitcase had all this, I would ride in it. Thank you guys for sticking around for this review. Let me know in the comments if you use the capsule and what you think about it. Until next time, travel safe, play tuned, and protect your baby. Okay, so I've got here carrying my baggage from Gruv Gear. What do you think about the bags?
The bags? I barely noticed.